Welcome back to another episode. So after the success we had this week, I thought we'd come back and give the snapper another shot. It's a little bit more breezy today, a little bit more choppy, but as you guys probably know, it doesn't put the snapper off at all. And today we're going to be using the 7-inch Turtleback worm and Pumpkinseed. Now, I prefer camo, but unfortunately I don't have any left, and the tackle shops are basically all sold out. So we're just going with the Pumpkinseed today. I don't think it's going to make much difference on colour. When the snapper are hungry, they'll eat bloody anything. So yeah, let's see how we go. Now, one thing I might do in this video as well is I might do a bit of a sounder tutorial as to how I have my sort of sounder set up, what sounder I'm using, and what you sort of want to look for when you're snapper fishing as well. So we'll see what happens. If we don't catch anything or too much or get much on the sounder, obviously this won't be part of the episode, but that is I guess a temporary goal at this point. Now, after a little mishap on the last episode, my Shimano Stella is now off for repairs at Shimano Australia. So because of that, we've thrown my other twin power onto my Poison Adrena, and I'm going to be flicking that one around as well. Getting hit, come on, take it.
Oh, you're on there.
Oh, yep. Oh, I dropped him.
That looked like an alright hit.
It was a good hit.
You got a turtleback sitting there?
Yep, just dead sticking it. Come on, grab it.
Oh, you're on now.
Yep, on now. Yep, there we go, it's a fish.
Looks alright.
Going hard. Plenty of weight there.
Could have been on my ice back.
Might be better. Find out. Oh, he's pulling a bit of drag. Alright. There we go, on the board this morning. Alright guys, so we're on the board this morning now with this lovely snapper. Just going to put this rod in the holder and lock it off so we don't have a repeat of the last trip. But yeah, it's a good fish to start the day. It's probably around that 50 centimetre mark or so. So what we're doing is we're sounding up the fish, paddling past it into the breeze, and then just sort of drifting our way back over the schools. And it's a pretty reliable way to actually find snapper. And yeah, this season it seems to be doing the trick for me. Like marking up the schools specifically and then sort of drifting over them with the plastics down there. So we'll dispatch to him, we'll get him put on ice, and yeah, we'll try find another one. Right, so just a few tips on how I run my sounder. So I use a Garmin Striker 5CV. I do apologise if it's a little bit hard to see the screen, but on the left side you've got chirp 200 kilohertz, and on the right side you've got chirp 77 kilohertz. So I'll run dual frequency like that, as sometimes on one frequency it can be a little bit hard to determine if it's a school. So you basically get two screens there to have a look at to try and figure out if you're actually sounding up snapper or not. And as I say that, those would be some pinkies, I'm guessing. You can hear probably snapper kicking around in the front, but yeah, there we go. We're sounding up some snapping now. So that's just a little tip there on how I like to run my sounder. Now with the Garmin, it is on like an auto sensitivity. They've really dialed it in with Garmin. With Lowrance, you've got to do a little bit more work in order to dial in that sensitivity and the gain to be able to see the fish. But with Garmin, they pretty much do everything for you. So hopefully we're going to get a bite in just a moment. Now we've just come off of a reef patch here. And you can see all these squiggly marks here. They're snapper that are on the reef. So that's a really good sign. Really good sign when you see that. You know you're in a good area. Yep. Yep. Oh, good one too, I think. Yep. Lots of weight.
Turtleback.
Yep, turtleback. Geez, good runs right off the start. Oh, good weight. Oh, could this be fish of the season so far? It's fighting hard. Get this other one in. Yeah, good head shakes on him. He's back off the drag, he's getting a bit close, so I don't want to ping him off. Oh, he's a big fish, I'm pretty sure. I think this is a good one. We're getting colour. Oh yeah, that's a good fish. That's a great fish. Oh yeah. It looks around 70, I reckon.
Really?
Yeah, he's a good fish. Bigger than what we've been getting, mate, that's for sure. Oh yeah. Yeah, he is good. Yeah, that's more like it. That's more like it. And he's hooked perfectly too in the upper jaw. Let's get the hook out.
Need to get up at 4 in the morning.
Nah. No, I got up at 3. There we go. That's a beautiful fish, that. I'm very happy about that. On the 7-inch turtleback worm in Pumpkinseed. So I reckon he's going to come home for a feed. You beauty. Well, that's it for the fishing portion of this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed the footage. So we're just going to do a little bit of a recap on what I believe are things that are going to help you with sounding up more snapper. So first of all, if you're running a Garmin sounder, just keep it on the auto settings, as the Garmin pretty much does everything for you. If you've got a Lowrance, make sure that you're tuning the sensitivity or the gain as well as the color line. Now, in order to do this, it might help being out with someone who's already got their sounder tuned so that you can mark up the same fish that they're seeing and fiddle with the settings to get them to a point where you've removed the clutter from the screen and you've got the fish marking very, very clearly, and that you know that they're definitely there on the screen. Those are the fish that you're seeing down the bottom. Now, also one thing I'd recommend is if you do mark up fish, make sure you sort of mark the area. Now, if you've got the combination unit where you've got like the chart plotter as well as a sounder, press the waypoint there so you can keep coming back over that same spot to try and find those fish again and again. Now, also, if you do mark up some fish, go upwind of those fish and then turn your kayak sideways, throw your drift rod out and then flick around to where you marked them, and hopefully you can drop it right on their head and hook one of those fish that you're marking. When you are marking fish, what you should be seeing is a variation of a few things. You're either seeing like a whole, like a cluster of fish that come up like almost like a Christmas tree. Sometimes you'll be seeing individual arches as well. So that's also a surefire sign that what you're seeing are snapper. And the good thing is you can actually quite often tell how big the fish is based off of the length of the long side of the arch. So sometimes you'll see it goes from, say, on the depth indicator, say it goes from 4 to 3, that's a bloody big fish. So that's a good way that you can actually tell the size of the fish that you're marking as well. As I previously mentioned, guys, make sure if you've got the option that you run it on dual frequency. So run it on a low kilohertz and a high kilohertz on a split screen so that you can basically pick up those fish. And if one screen isn't showing it 100%, you're not sure, you can look at the other side on the split screen and it'll give you confirmation on whether what you're seeing was possibly fish or if it might be bottom structure. Good way to differentiate that is if it's not connected to the bottom and it's like a cloud that's off the bottom, it's a good chance what you're seeing there is a school of snapper. Now also, just a bit of a general tip here. When you go to an area and you think there are snapper around, obviously move around a little bit, just slowly pedal around the area, keeping an eye on the sounder screen, looking for those surefire signs and those marks on the screen to know that you are fishing in a good area. Now, you don't have to find massive amounts of fish. Sometimes you might see, say, like 1, 2, 3, or 4 fish in an area that might be, say, 50 meters by 50 meters. And if you're seeing that, you know you're in with a pretty good shot of finding a snapper in that area. So that's it for this episode, guys. Now, if you've got any questions in regards to sounding up snapper or anything like that I haven't possibly covered here, please leave a comment below. I'll be happy to answer any questions that you got. And if you enjoyed the video, please flick us a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.